The story for Far Cry 3 follows our main hero Jason Brody, who in the beginning of the game is with a bunch of his friends and he's having a great time in this tropical island, just having so much fun, skydiving, jumping into water from high cliffs, jet skiing, just have a good old time, man. We're having so much fun. And then, boom, a bunch of local pirates take Jason, his two brothers, his girlfriend, and the rest of his friends, and hold them for hostage, of course, trying to get money from their parents, of course. That's what pirates do. They like money, booty. Luckily, Jason escapes from the pirates and is saved by the resistance themselves, the Rakyat. Of course, there has to be a resistance. Of course, Jason Brody decides to team up with the resistance and go after the people that took his friends, and of course, get his friends and his brothers back before, of course, they sell them to the highest bidder. This story is extremely fun to go through. It really is, because in the beginning you play as Jason Brody. He's a weakling, he's not a tough guy at all, but when you progress through this game, he becomes a tough guy. He starts off by saying, I'm killing people, and then later on he's like, hell yeah, that was awesome, I blew like 5 dudes up at once, that's awesome. The rest of the characters that you meet on this island are all just insane, especially Voss, who is the leader of the pirates, who is probably one of the best villains in video game history, in my opinion. He's witty, he's clever, at times he's just so psychotic and bipolar. He's a great and interesting villain. I think the rest of the supporting cast is great. The dialogue is a lot of fun. It's funny at times. It's clever. I don't know. I just love this story. I thought Far Cry 3 had a great story all the way throughout. But now let us talk about the sound, which sound design wise, this game is huge. I mean, there'll be parts where you're in a huge jungle or in a cave or in a house, and whenever you shoot or kill someone, it really fits wherever you are. That is fantastic. There are so many different creatures that you can kill, animals like alligators and Komodo dragons, lions, tigers, and they all sound great. The guns sound great. The vehicles sound amazing. Everything just sounds perfect in this game. Now, soundtrack wise, it's also very epic at times. It could be a little bit too dubstep-ish at times, but that's fine. You know what? I think dubstep really does go very well with video games, so here I think it actually works very well. But the thing that I love the most in the sound is the voice acting, which is almost all around fantastic. One problem I have with it is that Jason Brody in the beginning, whoever voice acts him, he did a little bit too much of a wimpy job in the beginning, but later on he did a great job of progressing him into the badass that he becomes later on in the game. But huge kudos to Michael Mondo, who did Voss's voice acting, and he modeled after him, because he's absolutely brilliant in this game. He really is. So overall, I think the voice acting, the sound design, and the soundtrack just really fits with the game perfectly. But now let us talk about the graphics, which Far Cry 3, just like Far Cry 1 and 2, is an absolutely gorgeous and expansive game. This game's world is huge. It really is. It's so freaking big. And there's so many little things that you will still, after you finish it, after you play 50 hours of it, you will have not explored every single little thing that this environment has to offer. And you would expect, because this is a huge environment, that the graphics would look something like Skyrim, which isn't that great. But no, the graphics here are absolutely gorgeous and some of the best I've seen this year. Character models are very well done, have little like features on like main characters that I was like, wow, they're just like little freckles and stuff. That's amazing. And the eyes, those are the things that really got me. Like, they look alive. Little explosions and all the guns, how they're modeled, and the jungles themselves, all the little things that you'll find in the jungles, they all look fantastic. The only problem I have is that some of the enemy character models get a little bit too repetitive, but for the most part, that's just a little thing in this amazing looking game that is one of the best looking games I've seen in a very long time. So there you go. Graphics for Far Cry 3, absolutely amazing. But now the most important part of any game, the gameplay. And Far Cry 3 is a open world sandbox first person shooter slash stealth game. It's set up very much like a Skyrim, where you have your main objective, and you could do that if you just want to do those, but you also have side missions, and you have little optional things that you can go find, like little collectibles or things that will actually open up more of the environment and stuff, and that is great. But the thing is, the gameplay here, the shooting and the stealth, is absolutely amazing in this game. It's so fulfilling. The shooting isn't anything spectacular. I mean, it's not like it's breaking new mold here. It's not, but it feels so good. Each gun has a very distinct feel to it. Every time you use a different one, you're like, wow, this is like a whole new experience, even though I've used this gun in so many other different games. And also, there's a whole upgrade system for each one of your guns. You can actually go and get money throughout the entire game and actually buy different little pieces for your guns, like different scopes and different little add-ons, like more ammo and stuff. And also, you have a whole upgrade system for yourself, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah, the shooting is great here. And when it gets to the stealth, I haven't really played a open world stealth game like almost ever. I don't think so, at least. But this is absolutely amazing. It really is. The stealth here is fantastic. I mean, thinking about it, we played Batman and we played Assassin's Creed, but this one is a straight up stealth game where you can play the entire game pretty much all the way through stealth. Just completely stealth. You can use certain tactics like, of course, throwing rocks so you could get the attention of the guard away from you or even closer to you so you can take them out or sneak past them. You can take them down, and if you upgrade your abilities, you can actually do different takedowns. Like you could do a aerial takedown or a below takedown if you're like underwater or something. You use the jungle to your advantage when you're doing stealth, so you can hide under really high grass or like behind trees, or even using buildings that you'll find throughout, you know, the jungle from villages, or even cars. Just use anything to use for stealth. Just go around and just being the stealthy, assassinating warrior. Now, remember what I said about Assassin's Creed 3 having the best hunting mechanic ever? Well, guess what? Far Cry 3 beat it completely here because it has so many different animals, so many different ways to kill the animals, and guess what? It has so many different things that you can craft from the skins and whatever the hell else you get from these animals, so you can like make different equipment. And remember when I said Assassin's Creed 3 had the best hunting mechanic I've seen in the game? Well, guess what? Far Cry 3 beats that because here there's so many different animals to kill, so many different ways to kill these animals, and so many things you can make from these animal skins, which Assassin's Creed 3, in my opinion, was very lacking because all you did was sell that stuff. You can still do that, or you can actually use this stuff to craft things that'll let you hold more stuff, like ammo, money, guns. And it's great, it really is. And the upgrade system here, like I said earlier, is very well done too. You have a leveling up system. Every time you level up, you actually get 1 skill point, and you can go and level up yourself. And every time you level up 3 different skill trees, you actually acquire a different part of this tattoo that you get, and it's actually a really cool little feature. The progression in this game is fantastic, and there's just so much stuff in it. I mean, so many different side missions, so many things to explore. The single player is expansive as all hell and so much fun, and all the additional content like the competitive multiplayer, the co-op, and the map editor are all fantastic as well. The co-op here is very horde mode-ish, but you can take a bunch of friends if you want to go have some fun with the great shooting mechanics, then you're gonna have a lot of fun there. The competitive multiplayer is a lot of fun. It has your, you know, typical modes like capture the flag, blow this up, get the most points by killing everybody. It has typical maps too, but the thing is, it's a lot of fun when you get into the map editor section because you can actually create your own maps from this, and the map editor is absolutely amazing in this game. It really is. It's probably the best I've ever seen. You could change the actual ground and what texture it is. You could change all the little things inside it, like you can make a whole town or a dystopian future, whatever the hell you want to make. It's so expansive and so much fun. It makes the competitive multiplayer even more fun. So overall, I think Far Cry 3 is one of the most complete packages of a video game ever. The story is very interesting, has so many great characters. The sound is fantastic, voice acting is great, the graphics are gorgeous all around, and the gameplay is so much fun, either in the shooting aspect or the stealth aspect, and all the little extra things like competitive multiplayer, map editor, and the co-op is just so much extra additional stuff to go with the huge expansive single player. I love this game, and I'm sorry I give this score a lot, but I'm gonna give this a 10 out of a 10. Far Cry 3 is one of my favorite games this year. Holy crap, such a good game, and thank you Ubisoft Montreal for being one of those studios that I love. I love you. I love you. Thank you and goodbye.
Come on! The thing is, I'm not crazy, but you are. Come on, motherfucker. Pull the trigger! Let's go shoot me! You or me?